The more that the international elite rail against Donald Trump, the more that the Republican establishment rail against Donald Trump, the more that people who want to buy their politicians spew contempt at Donald Trump, the more it makes people want to vote for him. Populists, protectionists. The word populism means that in your country, you are looking for leaders that will protect your country. So populism and protectionism, they're close in meaning. Who can fault someone for wanting to protect their own country? Reagan talked, he didn't use the phrase that Trump is using. Reagan talked about America being the city on the hill. He talked about making America great again. Donald Trump is saying that. We're in trouble and we are going to make America great again. Now, so that there is no confusion, all right? I think that Ted Cruz would probably be a better president on issues that are critical to me. I could be wrong, but I think Ted Cruz would be. I think that a Trump-Cruz ticket would be awesome. But anyway, because that would put Cruz in position to become president. So the reason I said that is because some people say, why do you like Trump? Why are you banging the drum for Trump? Listen, this is a talk show that does analysis, and it looks at the world through a Judeo-Christian grid, and it looks at the world of politics based upon my multi-decade experience inside of political races, okay? And my long relationship with Republican leaders who have done everything they could to fight me. I'll tell you one quick story so you understand the depth of how much I despise the Republican establishment. I ran for the U.S. House of Representatives in 1998, okay? I had a chance to win. It was the 5th most expensive primary in the whole country, all right? I was a young man, raised a ton of money. And the Republican establishment, namely Governor George Pataki of New York, who just ran for president, Governor Christy Todd Whitman, she was from New Jersey, she became a part of the Bush cabinet, Governor Weld of Massachusetts, and I believe the 4th was Governor Pete Wilson, a Republican of California. Those 4 Republican governors, all of them baby killers, raised a ton of money and poured it into my district in New York State as independent expenditures and broke my back. They sent out a mailing with me standing next to the burned out hull of the Oklahoma City bombing, the burned out building, the blown up building, insinuating that I was a bomber. They told one lie after another about me. They were brutal. And I lost the primary. They did not want me in office. Same thing happened in 2006 when I ran in Florida for the state Senate. I was running against Jim King, who was the man that spearheaded the death of Terry Schiavo in the legislature. Governor Jeb Bush, so-called pro-life, so-called, I want Terry Schiavo to live. Jeb Bush, in the wake of Terry Schiavo's death, endorsed Jim King and spoke ill of me in a huge press conference. That's what we're dealing with in the Republican establishment. And so part of why I'm focused on the Trump campaign and have been for months now is because I could see, and I can see, and I do see what he is doing to the infrastructure of the treacherous Republican elite. Sarah Palin, in her endorsement for Trump, spoke almost as much ill of the Republican establishment as she did praise for Trump. And that's why so many people in America are just saying, yes, I want this guy in office because he's saying the things that I want said. He has the passion that I'm feeling. He has the anger that I'm feeling, and he's not in their pocket. And the very fact that Donald Trump is despised by the people who should love him, fellow billionaires, the very fact that they hate him so much and they're so afraid of him makes the common guy like Trump even more and say, I'm ready to stump for Trump. I didn't make that up. That was Sarah Palin's line. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas referred to John Locke twice in his dissent in the Obergefell decision. John Locke is referred to as the philosopher of American liberty. He was a genius, and he not only believed in natural law, but he believed in revealed law, the Word of God, the law of God. And he is one of the two most influential philosophers on the founders of this republic. We are offering you this book, and I'm going to give you my book as well, The Sword. The Sword, the subtitle is The Blessing of Righteous Government and the Overthrow of Tyrants. It looks at what is the legitimate purpose of government and when is it our right to overthrow government like they did with the Declaration of Independence. We will send you these two books if you simply pay for the shipping and handling, $8, and then give whatever else you want. And by the way, the $8 doesn't cover our cost, but if that's all you can afford, we'll send them to you for the $8. God bless you.